The best offensive rebounder in the game has hurt the Knicks in that department. Morant foul and one. Ja Morant with a chance for a three-point play. And once again credits Steven Adams with giving them another possession. Morant maneuvers. The floater's up and good. 25 for Morant. Lead back to 7 for the Grizzlies as Todd Thibodeau calls timeout. Morant looks tired. Scoots in the paint. Flips it up and in. Not that tired, and he got fouled again.
Playing so much better, Craig. This is the best basketball I want to say we've seen all season from Şengün, so need more of it.
Yeah, he's just kind of as good as he was in Eurobasket. 14 fouls in the quarter.
You got it. At this point, I'm looking at trapping Ja Morant, getting the ball out of his hands.
Ooh, look at that move by him. Wow.
You got to trap him. It's too much. It's too much.
5-point spread. Morant, a little leaner. 49 for him.
If you don't stop the ball.
A pretty good closeout by Conchar. Jaren Jackson Jr. had offseason surgery for a stress fracture in his foot. That's why Aldama's in the starting lineup. Morant in the paint. One guy's plus minus in one game. You can jump to so many conclusions from that. Same in the building.
Never play the clock, man. You always got to play the game.
Morant. That'll give him 8.
Morant, he's shooting 60% from 3 this season. A guy you got to close out on now. May have gotten away with steps. Instead, give him the bucket.
Patience within that offense. Every single guy just moving the ball until you get a great shot.
And that's what Ja Morant does right there, KD.
For more on these games, please go to NBA.com or visit the NBA app. 5-point lead for the Grizzlies. Ja raising up. Float game pure.
Plays in traffic. He is spectacular. You don't want to.
What did you say?
That's right. He said, "Shut up. I'm gonna do me and you do you."
It was a Grizzlies bench that was dominating that area earlier in the game.
Adams screens Morant. The teardrop is in. Neither side with a foul to give. Morant weaving over Porzingis. Hits the teardrop.
Defense is he makes you work so hard to get the ball that when you get it, you feel like it's time for me to get a shot.
Morant that time gets it up and over Al Horford.
And Morant picks it up as it rolls across the half-court line. And immediately scores.
Gesturing Brooks to the sideline. Morant against Vonleh. A crossover, elevates and hits.
Right there, and in fact led in the fourth quarter before Denver finished him off, but turnovers is what did it. There's Morant.
It's hard to get to that Devin Vassell lefty runner. He just timed it right when the ball came out.
Morant, and they are 5 of 5 in the overtime. Morant quickly answers. Now here come the 9 and 5 Grizzlies. Morant, who is using that mid-range float shot.
All the catches and pick and roll action. But I think one of the biggest things they've done that they've really struggled with, Mark, is...
Fresh 14-second shot clock. He'll take on Karl Anthony Towns, and he'll rattle it in.
And some words for Ja Morant. Morant back in. Brooks is back in. Morant on the fly. Another mid-range shot. Oh, finished with a dunk. He got vectored. Here they go with Morant inside. Doubled and got it to go. Here he comes. My goodness.
Adams poised to set the screen. Morant. Got one of those little leaners to go. 14 for Morant. 27 straight games with a three-pointer. He has got 4 tonight. The lead is 7. Morant banks it in and is fouled. Grizzlies in need of a big-time rally here, down 11. Morant's floater is in. Ja floats, hits. 5-point game, 104-99. Paint points.
Oh, wow.
Couple more? Yes, for Morant.
Ja Morant gets in the paint, floats it up, shot is good.
Edwards, see if he's looking to be more aggressive without Cat. That one knocked away by Adams. Morant, full head of steam in the lane, off window for 2. Grizzlies have missed their last 5 shots. Morant, the pull-up, gets it to fall.
Trying to set up an Adams screen. Weaves. Floater is in by Morant. 14 for Morant.
We're playing against the hottest team in the NBA, coming in tonight's game with a 7-game winning streak.
And Morant just so fluid, so much touch inside. As Morant, defended by Dort. Great matchup, and Morant that time got it.
That's an early shot in the paint. I like that. Not allowing the Grizzlies to set up their defense. That's the kind of attack early that we've talked about.
And it allows Denver to not have to double Jokic every time he gets the ball inside.
Here is the darting Morant using the glass. He scores well in the lane.
He's having the most efficient offensive year of his career.
There's Morant across the lane for 2. It's a circus inside this building tonight. Morant the other way, and he fits the bill with a beautiful floater with 19.
And going at it with 5 different guys, playing 5-on-5, 10 players on the court, and then
they are a lot to handle down there, and you've got to be able to match them on that offensive glass.
Playing in just his 16th game. Morant pulled up, and after knocking down 2 in a row, a little chatter from Ja.
Great movement without the ball by Poole. Terrific screening by Looney.
And that was Steph Curry-like, the ability to move. Looney, for a big guy, is pretty good guarding yards on the perimeter. Tries to stay in front. He does. Morant just better.
Looney and Green to throw it to him on the perimeter so they can just pitch it back to a shooter. Really good stuff.
Morant again. Morant gets in the paint. That's just tough.
JV misses a short one there.
Pelicans 5-9 when they trail at intermission. Grizzlies 19-3 with a halftime lead. Morant's floater, that's in.
There's not a lot of shot blocking. You can get into the paint like that.
And Morant does. A dozen by Morant. Certainly added to that number. Morant back on the floor, guarded by Fox. Behind an Adams screen. His floater over Sabonis is in. Ja Morant is averaging 9.5 points for the season in the 3rd quarter. Led the NBA in 3rd quarter scoring in the month of December. And on cue, he delivered.
There's going to be some bumping and grinding. See how much they let go.
Here's Morant off the curl against Mitchell. Banks it in. Well, before the game, Morant crossing over. Jaren into the post. Morant's floater is in. 22 for Morant in the 2020 season. Morant against Herter. Teardrop, banks it in. Morant again.
Just throw the ball at the rim. You get stuck, just throw it at the rim. Steve-O will make it right.
Morant trying to shoot the gap. Floats and he hits.
You know, you look at this defense, this Memphis Grizzlies got a really good half-court defense, so the 3-point shot opportunities will be there.
Ja does that as well as anyone.
Got off to a good start, continuing to attack, getting into the paint, finishing over a good defensive team.
Ja Morant again. The goal is to get into the paint and rise up. He gets into the paint, he rises up, and is fouled while making the shot. One season early in his career as a Cavalier. Ja Morant.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. How many is that on Wendell, David?
Magic need a stop. Morant with the ball. Backing in, leaning, firing, scoring, and a foul.
Morant against Sohan. Little in and out, elevates, hits, and is foul.
48-43 Memphis.
Pacers in that zone.
Morant uses the Clark screen. That's where he loves to get to.
And suddenly the Suns have gone cold. Morant, that's a scary sight in the open floor. Puts it down. Straight wins. A team that hasn't lost since 2 days after Christmas. The game actually was played here against Phoenix. Here's Morant.
That not enough people talk about. They all-star last year and will have more all-star appearances in the future.
Averaging 21.5 a game. Morant, a little off balance. Under 4.5 remaining in the first quarter. Grizzlies starting to regain their offensive balance. Morant pulls up and hits.
In first couple of years, he's in foul trouble all the time. As Morant floats it up. First year rookie fouled out 6 times.
Have some of the bad fouls that he found himself into.
Morant flies up in the air, gets hit, and the foul.
10-point lead for the Suns. It's their biggest. Ja floater.
I mean, he jumped so high, you're not blocking him. Like, doing his job.
Ja, a floater from 10 feet. How about the Sacramento Kings? Mike Brown, De'Aaron Fox.
12 turnovers now for Golden State. Here's Morant. Pitter, patter, floater, yeah.
Morant picked up by Turner. Morant on the runway. Got it to go. Morant off the bounce. The floater is in. 27 for Morant.
If not the most athletic big in the game today. People don't know about it. I coached him on a Pac-12 All-Star team one time, and I was wowed the entire summer. A screen, he has to see a body. You don't want to allow him a clean look if Morant gets that floater to go down. Go down the Grizzlies offense.
Morant challenges Eubanks.
With Aldama and Morant, Conchar, Bain. Morant will take it and put it. Oh, balance shot. Oh, my. Hold on to your hats. Big men starring. Double-double, 17 and 12 from Evan Mobley. That little shot by John Morant will drop. 4.5 here in the third.
How about the fans? The fans are absolutely on Morant. So see if the Grizzlies take advantage of getting to the basket.
Morant elevates and hits. Try staying in front of John Morant, I dare you. He's got an assist and a block. A couple of rebounds. Morant weaving his way, fading and hitting.
And what you like about it is taking good shots from the three-point line. It's attacking every area against this Wolves defense.
Morant again attacking. Yes!
From the only one, the Grizzlies have to do a good job.
Morant challenges Gobert.
And they're making this team execute in the half court.
Ja with the float game, soft. And Morant with another field goal.
Yeah, just find your shooters patiently, as Al does.
Good offense. Ja pulls up. Got the friendly, fortuitous bounce.
42-20 advantage in the paint. There you go again.
Oh, Muscala got worked. He got worked like a part-time job. Again, Morant cooking here. He's got 20.
It looked like when he went up for the shot attempt, it was an awkward shot attempt, and he immediately grabbed the hamstring.
Morant elevates, hits. Jaren's back on the floor. Morant with a leaner.
He did that little short floater every time.
Lauri Markkanen not playing tonight. He averages 25. Morant in the lane. Teardrop got it. Morant 16 for Morant. Jazz have scored 10 straight. Morant attacks, elevates. Yes. 3-point lead. Montecchio is on the Italian national team. Plays in the Spanish league. Morant again. Got it again.
That is the spot.
Denver shoots 39% from three. They're shooting 19%. And the offensive onslaught continues for the Grizzlies. Well, both these teams are very similar. Morant, dotted line, got another one.
There it is, every time, partner.
For Doc Rivers in the Eastern Conference.
He loves the team. Morant inside. 2 in a row now for Ja.
Is that a new one for you? No, crosses. You kind of slid that in there.
Usually. Every now and again.
Okay, all right. His disposal will allow Anthony Davis to be effective, efficient, because he has some scorers and guys that can make plays around him.
The adjustment. Morant gets the roll. John Morant, the teardrop. This game's been tight throughout. The largest lead for either team has been 6. Morant, unstoppable. Morant, the answer. This is ridiculous.
He committed another turnover. That's 24 now for the Lakers.
Morant drives in. He's lethal. Gives it up. Morant with 7 to shoot. We approach 2 minutes to go in the third. Morant gets around Reeves. Baker is good. Ja Morant continues. Had 10 of his 17 in the third last night. 16 in total for him. Speaking of third quarter, Ja Morant, as he scores there, have both feet underneath him to make the three.
I've seen guys kick that spare shoe into the crowd.
Payne picked up by Porter Jr. Now Morant. Screen by Lofton. Morant, little hesitation move. Flips it up and in. Ja Morant, a dozen, 4 boards, 4 feeds.
He came from the three-point line. Harder to come up with that block.
Morant slams on the brakes and hits the floater.
Here's Ja Morant off the Tillman screen. The floater from Morant goes down. Again, Morant playing with that mask.
But multiple position plays.
Morant wheels in the lane, hangs and hits. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. You cannot believe the ball handling, the hang, the hit, absorbing contact. That's 3 20-point games.
A little zone here by the Houston Rockets.
They're trying to slow down this Grizzlies team in some way, shape, or form. Morant.
Finally, Ja Morant runs out of there with it. Push shot for 2.
You called it that Memphis left the door open.
Ja steps through, challenges Capella and scores. 24 for Ja.
Will lead things in that category, but they're going to have to up it across the board.
Covington is in. Morant spins and hits. 20 for Morant.
In the game that when Batum went for the 8 threes in that game.
Morant, a spin away, and a leaner is in.
Bulls back within 16. Cut into this big deficit. Ja Morant, it's like he hangs in the air forever.